Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandrago's Cave. Today we are gonna be talking about Age of Mythology. Age of Mythology is one of my favorite video games ever. I used to play this when I was a kid, like many years ago, and recently I happened to find this game again in Steam, and it had a very nice and interesting discount. So I decided to get it and reminisce a little bit and play like I wanted to feel again like I was a kid. So Age of Mythology, as the name implies, is a video game about mythology, not only a specific one. It's multiple stories from multiple places. You have a little bit of Greek mythology, a little bit of Egyptian, a little bit of Norse mythology, a little bit of Atlantean mythology as well, and basically it is from the same people who made Age of Empires, and you have Age of Empires is this game that you need to build your town, build your civilization basically, and upgrade different ages. Let's say like you are leveling up in the game, like you need to build a temple, build an armory, build some quarters, and it will require you to gather food, cut some wood, mine some gold, and getting these primal resources to be able to basically upgrade your settlement, upgrade your town, and get more benefits regarding better units to fight, better mythological creatures to fight, and all these things. So I want to focus in drawing. There are many characters in Age of Mythology, but I want to focus in drawing the good guy and the bad guy. Let's do kind of a scene where they are kind of facing each other or fighting each other or something like that, okay? In Age of Mythology, we have our main character for the campaign. All these video games have a free type of game that you can play against the machine, against the computer, in a randomized map, against a randomized enemy, okay? And they have as well a story. They have a story that you need to follow with a main character, and you play it maybe like for around, I think it was like 25, 30 maps. You follow this main character called Arkantos. Arkantos, that is the guy that we are going to be drawing here, a little bit more tiny, for example, here. I want to situate Arkantos more or less maybe like this. Arkantos is having is fighting with a lance, and then this is gonna be the bad guy Gargarensis. Gargarensis is like a giant cyclops, okay? And I will be telling you a little bit of the lore. Obviously, these guys that I'm gonna be drawing, these characters that I'm gonna be drawing, are gonna be very cartoonized. If you are an Age of Mythology player, don't expect to see them like in the video game, because in the video game they are very basically modeled, because this game is from like 30 years ago. And basically there is another game that is being they remastered the game called Age of Mythology Retold. It's basically the same story. They add a couple extra gods and they add a couple extra heroes and things for the story, but it's basically the same campaign. I haven't had a chance to play yet. Maybe when I get a little bit bored of this one, I will maybe get the Retold as well, play the Retold. I have seen already videos online that it is following the same kind of storyline, and the characters are upgraded. Everything, the texture, the modeling of the characters and the maps are nicer, more realistic. But I am not looking into how nice the game looks when I'm playing it. I'm more about reminiscing when I was younger and I was playing it, okay? So I remember that Arkantos, for example, had this kind of rhomboidic face like this, but basically that is because the quality at that time, I used to play in my very, very, very old computer, the first computer I had, and I could see as well that once I got my laptop when I was studying, and I played the same game from the same CD at that point we were still in CDs, I would see Arkantos a little bit more improved, okay? But obviously all of this is evolution in video games. In video games nowadays, the video games are very, very realistic, and that is nice, but for the melancholy and for the good memories I had when I was a kid, this is absolutely a must game, a must play game, okay? So let's do, I wanna start drawing. Obviously this is gonna be very cartoony, as I said. Gargarensis has a trident, so I wanna make them maybe cross like this, like one is trying to pinch the other, but none of them are kind of hurt or anything, so like this. So we start the story with Arkantos. Arkantos is in Atlantis with his son Castor. You know, they are there in the city chilling, resting, and you know that Atlantis is supposed to be an island, or we see this area, we see this city built near to the water, like in an island. And they don't have many defenses at the beginning of the story, and what we see is that a couple of krakens start to attack the bay, and then you send Arkantos with some of your units, some of your warriors, to defeat those krakens. Heroes in Age of Mythology are especially good against mythological units. So Arkantos and the rest of the guys that are heroes that we will be meeting as soon as we go more into the campaign, they basically are very good against units, mythological units, and most of them, I think almost all of them, have a special attack. Maybe they throw a guy like 2 meters distance, or they throw an arrow, very powerful arrow that it will take a lot of life of the character from the character and things like this. So basically we see this scene happening and we don't know what's going on. These krakens are attacking, and then we see a volley of pirate ships coming into you as well to attack the town. You are fighting against them, and when you manage to finish that first map, that campaign, that first part of the campaign, you realize there are videos to tell you the story. At the beginning of the map, there is a little video. Some of the guys will be talking, oh, this is happening, oh, let's do the story. And then at the end of the map as well, you will see more video. So what happens is that these pirates have stolen the trident from Poseidon, your god protector in this story. In theory is Poseidon, okay? But the question is, why would be the krakens kind of belong to Poseidon, be attacking us and helping the enemy, helping these pirates, and why is this happening? So basically, as you go into the story, you will realize that with Arkantos needs to leave Atlantis, needs to go into Greek territory, chasing the pirates, chasing the trident, and as he goes in this adventure, he realizes that one of his enemies, that it's a minotaur called ETIMOS, that it's another hero, but a bad guy, okay? The bad guys are displayed with red tones here on the chest or on the clothing. The good guys are displayed with blue tones, okay? So what is happening here is that he realizes ETIMOS is, he stole this thing, this trident, and kind of the pride of the Atlantis, and he's chasing him. So you go through maps, in all of them you need to do basically the same type of game. You are in control of a settlement. The settlement has only a couple of villagers, and it has a couple of towers for your protection that they will throw arrows at the enemies. But all of this is in very basic state. So what you need to do in every single game is, as I said, send your villagers to gather resources, send your villagers to build structures, like, let's say, quarters for the units to be able to create units, a temple to create mythological creatures, more towers to protect yourself, walls and improve the walls to protect yourself. You can even do fortresses, but all of these kind of assets or kind of upgrades will be coming as you go into the campaign. At the very beginning, it's more learn how to play and learn how to move your units around and how to gather resources and from where, okay, you can have some strawberries, or I don't know if it is strawberries or kind of berries or something. There's kind of bushes that you can go and gather food from there. You can create as well shipyard, and then you can build ships, and you can as well send small fishermen to fish and is as well gathering food for you. There are many things like this that we see with the game that allow you to gather one resource or another. Okay, let's do a little bit something like this. If you want to learn how to do basic characters, learn from the basics. If you have no idea about character design and you want to learn, you can practice with your kids, with your friends, with your family in a very easy way. I have a playlist that I started recently on the basics on how to design characters. Okay, I don't want to go much into a full display of a sketch or anything like that. I want to go more as I go and as I've been talking about this, okay? So once Arkantos realizes about ETIMOS, then we go more into Greek territory. You start meeting other heroes because they need help as well. These guys that they are in the red team, they are basically creating chaos all over the world. And Arkantos meets some of his friends from past battles, like Ajax, for example, like Chiron, for example. All of those characters are mythological characters from the story of mythology as well. Ajax was in the Trojan War together with Achilles and Odysseus and Agamemnon and characters like this. Chiron was basically a very wise centaur, and he was one of those people training heroes, okay? And I think when I was a kid, and I would say this video game, I would say Age of Mythology is one of those games that made me go into mythology. Now I am super fan of various mythologies, and when I'm talking about my One Piece videos, for example, that I'm gonna put here some, you can see how I have done my research into Norse mythology, Egyptian mythology, Greek mythology, multiple mythologies of the world, even Atlantean mythology, and I realized that probably because games like this that I used to play when I was a kid, all of these things came into my interest and to my likings. So a lot of people has this stigma, or maybe older generations, this stigma with video games, that the video games are not good, the video games are this, the video games are that. But for me, in my own experience, video games help me to learn many things about history, about mythology, about life in general, and it helped me focus as well in something. Like in this game, you need to gather 1,000 gold, for example, in the game. So you need to be able to manage your villagers in your settlement and send them to gather gold. But at the same time, if you want to gather gold quicker, you need as well to gather some food, and you need to send other villagers to gather food. So you, even if you don't realize about it, with games like this, you learn how to manage manage your assets, manage your things to be able to achieve a final outcome that in this case is have 1000 of each or have 500 of each to be able to upgrade your settlement to level 2, to the classical age, okay? And I think some of these games that you may find are just for moving around and playing and that's it, but there are other games that even if they are not specifically educational, you can learn many things. Here in the drawing for today, you will be thinking, oh, why are we then? If you said that ETIMOS or this Minotaur is the bad guy, what are we doing this sketch for a Cyclops here? Well, soon as we go into the story and we meet friends like Ajax, Chiron, we meet as well Ulysses or Odysseus, it's called in different translations, and we move into the Greek realm, we realize this guy called Gargarensis, this Cyclops, that Cyclops in theory in original mythology are sons of Poseidon, okay? So we see these Gargarensis that ETIMOS is working with him, and basically he will, every now and then during the whole campaign, he will pop at the end of the map. He will show up on top of a cliff behind some rocks and will throw us some bad comments or some kind of oh, you know, I'm gonna destroy you, you are not gonna be able to stop me, blah blah blah. So basically what Gargarensis wants is to release Kronos. Kronos was one of the Titans. Originally, the Titans were running havoc, and the gods that they are actually sons of the Titans. In this case, Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, and everything. So they fought well. Specifically, Zeus, he managed to, while the gods were eaten when they were babies by Kronos, because there was this prophecy that your kids will dethrone you, etc., etc. I'm not gonna be talking into mythology today. I'm not gonna be going into details, but basically, Kronos was a Titan, and Kronos was locked into Tartarus. And Gargarensis, in this story, what he wants is to break one of the doors to access Tartarus, so Kronos is released, and Kronos will give him, obviously, like all the baddies stories, will give him a position in this new era of ruling against the humans and ruling against the gods and everything. He will have a very nice and very strong position. But Arkantos' role in this story is basically chase Gargarensis, recover the trident, and meet these guys, these other heroes in this campaign, and slowly defeat Gargarensis' purposes, okay? So, we go into the Greek part of the story, that is the first part of the story. We managed to stop Gargarensis, and he wasn't able to open the Greek gate for Tartarus, okay? During this part of the story as well, there are other guys that are going to be showing up in other territories, because we are going to be moving into the Egyptian area, where we will meet some other heroes that will help us, like Amanra or Setna, for example. And these guys basically, when we arrive there, Gargarensis is already there trying to open the door and everything. We need to do some maps of the campaign before we reach to Gargarensis, and there is another guy like ETIMOS that is helping there Gargarensis, that is called Kemsit. Kemsit as well is a bad guy, and what these guys are doing are trying to create strongholds, or basically they are trying to capture some sort of relics that you have, that they are the Osiris boxes. When you arrive to the Egyptian, I know this is a lot of information, but it's a full campaign of what I'm talking about. So basically, when we go into the Egyptian territory, we say, oh, we have this guardian that we can awaken to be able to defeat Gargarensis' forces. So there is like some sort of set design. It's a guardian of Osiris, but it looks like a set with a set head with a human body, and you need to take his sword, his sword from point A to point B, so he's gonna be able to, let's say, awaken with the help of one of your heroes called Osiris Son, that is basically looking like the Osiris god, but on Earth in human shape. And here with this, we will see how this Guardian is gonna be defeating all of the bad guys. He's a giant. He's gonna be defeating all of the bad guys just with one hit, basically. And following this story as well, and with the help of Amanra, Setna, the rest of the guys there, you are taking with you as well Chiron, Ajax in some of these maps. Not in all of the maps you play all of the heroes. In some of the maps focus maybe in Amanra, some other maps focus in Ajax, but they are with you. If you imagine this as a movie, as a 20 hours long movie, these guys are with you all the time. If you are maybe playing Arkantos and Amanra, maybe in another map you are playing only Chiron, because Chiron is taking care of another area of the map and he needs to collect another item that is gonna help the story. Okay, once we have this hero released, okay, and he's fighting all of the guys, this kind of giant, what we want to see with the hero, with the Egyptian story, is that Amanra needs to collect the Osiris pieces. She explains to you, Sedna, they explain to you that across Egypt, Osiris some time ago was defeated, was cut into pieces, and was locked in boxes across Egypt, so he couldn't return to life, because obviously he's a god and he has all these godly powers, these magical powers. So what they want to do is to avoid all of these problems, and to have like a major force than this Guardian, major force to be able to defeat Kronos or close the door before the door opens. We are gonna awaken Osiris. So Chiron goes one way, Ajax goes one way, you go another way with Amanra, and then in different maps you gather these relics that is basically it's a massive box carried by 2 camels that you are moving. If the box is close to the enemies, it will become red and the enemies will be able to take it, but you can recover it by going there, fighting them, making it blue, and coming back to your territory, basically. So all of these things happen in the story. I don't want to go into telling you all the story and all the maps and all the details, because it is massive, it is very beautiful, and I don't want you to spoil everything. I just want to talk about my experience and how much I enjoyed the video game. And now I'm even playing still some of the other maps as well, and I'm loving it. I finished the campaign, but I haven't finished playing, to be honest. So basically, let's do some. As I said, today is gonna be very cartoony. I wanna just focus in talking about the story, but this is gonna be today very, very cartoony. Gargarensis is bad guy there, and I wanna doodle. I wanna be doodling the whole design to do. Let's do this arm maybe like this, and this one like this. Because the help of Osiris, that you manage to put the pieces together, and Osiris awakens, we are able to close or avoid Gargarensis to open the Egyptian gate. And then is when we move into the Norse realm. We go into the Norse realm following Gargarensis. Gargarensis is there already as well. We meet him again. He says we are not going to be able to stop him, etc., etc. And again, we start playing the maps in the Norse mythology. There are maps in the mines, maps outside. And the point is that you have 2 heroes there as well, Brock and Eitri. And their idea, that they were already working on this, is we need to create a handle for Thor's hammer, and we are gonna, one of the brothers, these are 2 dwarves brothers, one of the brothers is trying to create the handle of the hammer, the other brother is bringing the head, and you have to put these two pieces together to awaken, awaken the power of the hammer to be able to close the door. All this time during this saga that you are kind of in the mines, in this Tartarus underworld, in the underworld basically. There are gonna be other creatures as well there, like some sort of creatures that you haven't seen yet much in the campaign, like the fire giants, for example, or chimeras, or more fire related, and all of the map around you is all on fire. You can't go to all the places. They are shades as well that they will attack you and kill you. And what happens here is, in one of these moments when you are attacked by a crazy amount of, while you are trying to stop the opening of the gate, you are attacked by a crazy amount of fire giants from Norse mythology, obviously. They will basically, they are following you, they are attacking you, and one of our heroes, Chiron, he sees that the only way of escaping there is by protecting his group, protecting his people, and he decides to kick one of the massive stones in one of the passages to make like kind of all the stones to block the exit and save his friends, and he sacrifices himself for us. Arkantos is very effective, obviously, there, because he's his friend, and he needs to be taken by the rest of the guys out and outside, because he wanted to come back and rescue Chiron, but Chiron sacrificed himself to make them escape, for them to be able to escape, basically. So there is a little bit of drama, there is a little bit of everything in the story, and I love it, and I say to you, this is a game I would recommend 100% to play if you like mythology, and if you like things about Atlantis, for example, that we don't know much about Atlantis. All the things are stories, speculations, mysticism about it, but it is very nice if we are able to kind of invent and reinvent the story, okay? I have as well a nice video of my own that I invented some Atlantis mythology that I'm gonna put here. I done that for Inktober 52, and it was very enjoyable, to be honest, very enjoyable, and I like to create my own stories, and I think part of the fault of my interest on this is Arkantos, Gargarensis, Ajax, Chiron, Amanra, Setna, Brook, all of these guys. And I love it. And my interest in mythology, I'm thinking about this more and more now that I'm playing. And my interest in mythology is more and more because I was in love with this game, and I'm still in love with this game. Let's do... I said to you I wanted to do many video games, and slowly I think I want to be, adding more story, adding more characters like this to the YouTube channel, characters from video games, and talking a little bit about what's the video game about, and how much I like it, and what's my experience about it. And obviously I don't want to say spoilers about everything, but basically this is the game about, and you can see it even in the cover. You just need to fight. The main character finds the bad guy. The bad guy is trying to take over the world and have world dominion, like all the bad guys in all the stories, basically. So let's do the design for the clothing as well. As you can see today, I said cartoony, I wanted to do it very doodle, very cartoon, not thinking about, not all the drawings when you are drawing need to be completely finished and completely rendered. Some of them you will have to practice, and you will have to draw to practice, like we are doing here. And as we go, we can work as well with colors, for example. Like, I want to do some of the designs like this. and the arms as well here. He has some sort of bracelets as well. You see, we are doodling here, we are kind of making some tones for the clothing, like this as we go. Okay, the blue color we said is the good guys. I need to find the yellow. We use always this goldy yellow color. While we are in the Norse mythology part of the story, where we have, you know, the dwarves and the other heroes like Regenleaf as well that is helping us, and you know, when Chiron dies and everything, basically the hammer at the end is gonna hit the door, close the door, and you are kind of closing, as far as you know, the last entrance to the Tartarus, the last door that is connecting the realm where we have Kronos and where Gargarensis wants to release Kronos. And we have a giant as well, because in all of these areas we have titans as well, like minor, they are not gods, they are like giants, I would say. And we have these titans. And in the Norse mythology we have ice giant that is called Volstagg as well. And Volstagg, he's not very good, you can't kill a titan with him, but what he can do is very helpful. For one of the maps is to freeze the Norse titan. So the Norse titan is destroying villages and trying to reach your final village and destroy your people. And what you can do is send this guy there, and he will breathe ice to the giant titan and will freeze him for a couple of minutes. So you can continue gathering resources, building constructions, building armies, trying to fight him. And you want to reach one point before he reaches your area. And it is so nice, that map is so nice, I enjoy it so much. There are other maps as well in the Norse mythology, that the Norse people are fighters and they want to have their own territories and everything. So you see how when you arrive to the Norse area, for example, that we didn't have to do that in the Egyptian area. What you need, one of those things that you need is to unify the clans, unify the Norse clans. Okay, you have different type of human units in Norse mythology. Okay, and these units in the game, they separated like they are different clans. And when you go there, you need to gather them together, and they have a leader. Each one of them has a leader, and like earls in Norse mythology, or in Nordic is earls, and these earls, like the leaders of these groups, they would basically be corrupted, and they have their own grudges, and you need to gather them, eliminate them, and by eliminating them, we will be able to take control of these units, and try to fight the bad guys with this union of the whole Norse territory. Okay, as you can see today, very sketchy, very doodly. Everything we need to do I'm playing the original game. So in the original game, everything is very blocky. The characters don't have faces as such. It is just maybe a hexagon or a rhomboid, and it has like the map of some of details for the faces, for the body, for the armors. In the retold version, there is more definition of the modeling of the characters. It is not so blocky. It is more realistic, but it is not realistic. At the end of the day, it's still quite basic, because this game, again, the retold version as well, is from a couple of years ago. But as I said, totally a recommendation if you want to learn a little bit about mythology. I remember when I was a kid, I used to have the computer without internet, and I don't know how we would be able to do that. And I will have games like this, for example, to play. I will have games about history or about pirates, and I will learn stories about pirates and pirate history as well on top of that. And basically, there are, as I said, many things that we learn through the video games. This type of era, I would say, when I was young, I had no internet there in the computer. I will have like a CD encyclopedia in different volumes, and you will have to put volume 1 in one CD, volume 2 in second CD, and they will teach you things as well about mythology, about history, about. I was better learning, or I enjoyed more learning with this kind of games, because it was interactive that actually through the books in my lessons and everything, because I've been always very creative and very imaginative, and I could see these guys, and even now that I'm replaying, maybe I'm walking around, going here or going there, and I can see these guys, having a sub-story within the story, okay? There is a moment that, for me, for example, in the Greek territory, where we are doing the Greek maps, there's a map I struggled a lot where I was playing with Ajax, and I think at some point while you are updating, upgrading your settlement, you get one of those nice powers, because the way it works is that you have, in each one of the maps, you have a main god as your kind of main god, basically. Main god, I said it correct. And let's say you can have Zeus, Poseidon, Hades in the Greek side. You can have Ra, Isis, or Set in the Egyptian side, or you can have Thor, Loki, or Odin in the Norse side. Okay, by choosing one of these, that in the campaign you cannot choose. Later, when you play randomized, yes. When you play against the machine, against the computer, yes. But each one of these gods have a specific characteristic, no? For example, if you pick this one, you have buildings enhanced, or you will have an option later on that your walls will have one extra upgrade, or for example, your villagers as you move regenerate, or recover life, or the heroes recover life. As well, in all these maps, there are kind of extra help that these are called relics. You will move around the area, and you will explore the area. Most of the time in the campaign, the map, the mini map that you have on the side is all black, and you need to discover the map as you move. In the other randomized maps that you play against the computer, you can choose the option to have it open. You can see all the areas. There are these relics, and these relics are basically a specific power, in the sense of maybe you collect one that is gonna make your units cheaper. Another relic may be, for example, heroes faster regeneration. Another relic can be 2 lions will show up in your temple every X amount of minutes, or if they die, they will show up again. Things like that, relics, you have relics in all the maps. And if you are playing, my advice is to explore. As soon as you start the map, send your villagers to gather resources and to start building, okay, because you need that to upgrade your level, upgrade to classical age, heroic age, and etc. But send someone, like normally you have a scout with you, or you have a hero with you, send someone around the map to unravel and discover the black areas, because in those black areas you may find these relics that they will help you gather resources faster, build units faster, fix your buildings faster as well, build them faster as well, and that is a recommendation. Keep an eye on these relics, okay? So I think I told you and I explained through you the whole story through Arkantos and Gargarensis. Basically, you are chasing him, trying to stop him from releasing Kronos, from Tartarus, from the prison, okay? And you go through the Greek maps, you go through the Egyptian maps, you go through the Norse maps, and at the very end, you say, oh, we won, okay? All of this is gone, we don't know where the guy is, but we won. And you kill the guy, in theory, and then you are coming back, and you want to put the head of the guy, because this is something that you used to do as well in, medieval times or in ancient times. You will defeat your enemy and you will show the enemy or some of the enemy pieces to the people, so they will say, oh my god, our hero, you are so cool. This happened always, okay? In all the stories you will find these things. So we are arriving to Atlantis saying, oh, we managed to defeat this guy, oh, the trident, oh, blah blah blah, everything. But, and there is a big but there, when you open the chest where you had this guy's head, it blows into crows, and we didn't actually capture Gargarensis, we didn't actually kill Gargarensis, we killed his colleague Kemsit. So we arrived to Atlantis and we see that Gargarensis is in Atlantis. He has taken over the territory, that area. Everything is getting destroyed. Under one of your temples, he's basically, Arkantos is thinking, oh my god, the whole time what he wanted is to take me out of here so I couldn't defend my people. So the last gate for trying to release Kronos obviously is in your own land. So we arrive there. You need to rebuild your territory, rebuild your units, and try to destroy him. He is being cheeky a little bit, and he has used his power with Poseidon. That you don't know why Poseidon is helping him anytime in the story. He has used Poseidon's power to, with the trident, give a statue of Poseidon that is next to the temple, next to the wonder. There is a wonder there. There is a very nice big construction of a like a massive construction there. So he managed to give the trident to the statue and awaken the statue. So now the statue is like a small titan, like the guardian that I was telling you from Egypt. So you need to send everyone there to fight. That statue is so strong that with one hit will kill anything that you send at him. And at some point, all of you are basically destroyed. So there is this moment where you are granted the power to, let's say, evolve. And Arkantos becomes, obviously all of this is spoilers, Arkantos becomes a god himself, okay, like a chosen one, like a demigod himself, okay, and you look the same, but all your clothing are white, you are shining like a god, your spear, your lance is kind of super electrical, super shockwave, and you are able to, while you are sending people to defeat the bad guys still, you are the only one who can go there and start hitting the giant until you destroy him. Basically, Kronos is coming out, but you are able to send him back and defeat Gargarensis. Then at the end, obviously, you will defeat Gargarensis at the end, but and that is the campaign. But that is a full adventure. I love it so much. And I'm doing this video, I finished the campaign, I'm playing 1,000 times and randomized maps with multiple gods. I'm playing against 2 people, playing against 3 people, and enjoying so much. And now, just by talking about it, I think I want to start the campaign again. at the beginning of the story, funnily enough, at the beginning of the story that I completely forgot about it when I was playing this time, there is this guy called Castor. Okay, Castor is Arkantos' son, and at the beginning, Castor is like, "Oh, father, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go with you." And Arkantos is like, "No way. You need to stay here and protect this land. I'm gonna go and try to chase ETIMOS and solve all this problem with the trident." Okay, and Castor listens to you, and then you finish the story. You know the fall of the trident story with all the heroes, with Arkantos, etc., with all the bad guys, and we have like 10 years later. 10 years later, the Atlantis is basically in bad shape, okay, and you play as a Castor now, and you receive help, you receive assistance from someone who is telling you, the Egyptians are attacking this, the Greeks are attacking this, the Nordic people are attacking this, we should move into this area, and he kind of teleports you. They have these kind of magical passages that teleport you to a place where you need to defend yourself as Atlantean from the Greeks, from the Egyptians, from the Nordic people, and obviously how they are attacking you, you are defending yourself. You finish those maps. This is like a extra campaign, like an extra surprise campaign, and basically they trick you, this bad guy that tricks you into destroying them all. So again, Kronos can be awakened from Tartarus. And in this specific case, it happens that Kronos comes out. You have this kind of dreams, and you have this kind of moments where Castor is kind of talking with his father, that is now a god, he's like a demigod, and he's kind of advising him, and until he realizes, son, you are being tricked, and you have been fighting up against your own people and your own friends. He doesn't understand at the beginning why the friends will attack him, and he's just defending himself, but he has been, he's gullible at that point, he's tricked. And now he needs to put things in order, he needs to put things back, so he starts he apologizes, he asks for assistance, and they need to, there are new gods here in this kind of mini campaign. You have Kronos, you have Uranus, and you have Gaia. So what you want to do is to plant seeds of Gaia in different places that they will create, in this final map, they will create giant trees. And from these giant trees, once they are all of them in display, all of them are big, and you are protecting them, you are going to be able to call for Gaia, awaken this Titan, Gaia, and Gaia is gonna go fight Kronos. She's stronger than Kronos in this story, in this story, obviously not in the real mythology. But she will defeat Kronos. She will push him into the lava, into the doors of Tartarus again, and he will be locked again there and covered with Gaia's power. That Gaia is basically, so we understand, the power of the earth. She is basically nature, Mother Nature, and she's gonna be creating a forest on top, etc. Life on top of the entrance of Tartarus, locking him again. Crazy. I love it. I love it. I completely forgot about when I was playing the Trident, when I was playing the Fall of the Trident, I completely forgot about this mini story with the dwarves that you need to put the hammer together. I completely forgot as well later when you need to play Castor and you are the Atlanteans. Normally, and something very nice with Atlanteans is that in all the groups that you are playing, any kind of god that you are choosing for your game, any kind of map that you are playing for the story, the villagers need to go to where the trees are or where a gold mine is. They need to build a kind of a warehouse, like if you want to collect gold, you will build this tiny house that they will be able to store the gold in there. But the Atlanteans, no. The Atlanteans actually are carrying these little mules with them, and with the mules, you can just go to a mine or go to next to a forest, or you are hunting animals. You don't need to go back and forth. You just buy using these guys. On the same spot, they will be gathering within the mule everything that they need. They don't need to move to buy to the settlement, or they don't need to move to this house to store the things. That is very nice. The Atlanteans have another nice thing as well, and it is never explained in the story, or at least I didn't realize. If there is a fan of the story like me here, and if you know this, just please, I would appreciate if you are able to share this info with me. There is this thing with the Atlantean group that you can make all of them heroes. So you can click on a villager, or you can click on a soldier, and there is an option that you click on them and they will kind of upgrade themselves to hero. They hit more, they gather more, they are faster, they are stronger, okay? And basically, you don't have that with the rest of the guys, and I think this is granted to the Atlanteans because in the story how Arkantos saved everyone from Gargarensis' plan, and saved the Egyptians, the Nordics, the Greeks, the Atlanteans, everyone, and he became like a demigod with the powers of the gods and everything. I think we are granted this because of Arkantos, and we are able to upgrade a little bit with him. He has a very dark eyebrow, so let's make it like that. And the teeth. As I said, don't mind today the perfection of the drawing or anything like this. Today I said we are cartoonizing, sketching, drawing a scene. Obviously this is a type of drawing that I'm gonna make like a G here. This is a type of drawing that if I wanted to bring to a next level, I would define more, spend more time, but obviously I don't want to be 3 hours talking about Age of Mythology. I could, I very much could be doing that, but I don't wanna do that. I wanted to do a scene, easy scene, like drawing with intention, so we have a moment, basically, two guys enjoying battle, because these guys are heroes, both of them, are fighters, both of them, and this is amazing. I haven't covered all the heroes in the campaign. There are still, like people like Agamemnon is around as well, other guys from the good side, and they are around as well, from the bad side as well, and something very interesting is that these heroes in the campaign are, some of them are exclusive for the campaign, but when you are playing random games against the computer, against the game itself, when you are having Zeus, Hades, whichever of the gods that you pick from, whichever of the groups, you will have other heroes within the you upgrade to classical age. So you're gonna have Theseus, or you're gonna have Jason, or you are gonna have Achilles, you're gonna have Bellerophon, you're gonna have plenty of other type of heroes in the Norse mythology as well. You are gonna have heroes of Ragnarok, for example, that you can create heroes of Ragnarok. That there are these big guys with axes or with hammers, and they can build, they can fight, they can do many things. And obviously, I don't want to talk about everything. I want you to, if you like mythology, and if you like this type of games, and get it. I think it may be around £20, something like that at the moment in Steam, or maybe you can get it from some other places with discounts as well. I've seen it in discounts as well, but I couldn't get it from there. So yeah, it's a 100% recommendation game. I will not get tired of saying it. Let's do just these a few details, and I don't want to go much more into into the thing, but just add a little bit of detail, and that's it here. And a little bit of dark maybe here. And there we are, doing the guys here, enjoying the fight to death. I was planning about doing another video today, but I couldn't gather all the information I wanted to. I wanted to refresh watching a movie and then talk about the movie, and I couldn't do it in time, and I decided to, how I wanted to talk about Age of Mythology for some time, let's do Age of Mythology. That is very, very nice. Very nice. A little bit of red here. The design of Gargarensis, and here as well. To see the Cyclops fighting, and the Cyclops, you know, they are able to grab one of your units and shake them on the air and throw it, or the Minotaurs when they are fighting against, you know, unit, a human unit, or a villager, the Minotaur will kick it with the head, it will throw it with the head some meters on the distance. The Centaurs, for example, they are able to throw an arrow at the beginning with kind of this special attack. All of them have some sort of special attack. Throw an arrow, and the arrow will take more life than the normal arrows. You have Hydra as well. With the Hydra, you can, when the Hydra is getting weaker, the life is, so a lot of people is attacking the Hydra, and the life is going down. The heads will split like in real mythology, and you have even up to 4 heads at the same time fighting. Very nice. You have Krakens as well that you can create. You have giant turtles as well that you can create. The Krakens would engulf the boats, the shipping boats, or the triremes, or anything, and they will drag it into the depths. And then when they recharge, they can do it again. You have as well giants, normal giants, ice giants, fire giants. Like the normal giants will have like a very, very big club, and the special attack will be to hit harder with the club, even to the buildings. And with one hit, you take maybe 1/3 of the building life, let's say. And I don't know, in the Egyptian area as well, there are different creatures as well that you can use. They're like the Anubis creatures as well, looking like Anubis, and they will jump and attack the scorpions, like the Scorpion King in the movie. They will be going around, and they have Wedgeshot as well, like giant snakes spitting poisonous saliva or something like this. They have Sphinx as well, that they will create a kind of a small tornado around the enemy, and they will take some life. And you have in all of these groups, you have units as well that can heal, like priests, for example, or like your pharaoh in the Egyptian area can heal, can support your buildings so you can build them faster. All of these, let's say, groups and all these individual gods have specific characteristics, specific benefits that when you when you click on one of the gods, you can see, oh, by picking Poseidon, I'm gonna create a hippocampus, like a giant seahorse in your dock all the time, and if it dies, it will be created again, so you can move around and explore the seas with him. If you click this option and you upgrade in the temple in Zeus, the Pegasus, for example, that I'm going to create for you to explore the map, then Pegasus is going to be not spending food when you create them. Instead of being 50 food and a little bit of favor, you don't need the food, it's only by favor. Things like this. Very nice, very nice. You can upgrade the Colossus, different levels. All the units have different levels upgrades. Like you upgrade the weapons, they will become stronger in attack, stronger in defense, stronger moving around, for example, faster moving around. So every single one of the units can be upgraded. Every single one of the mythological units as well can be upgraded from the Cyclops being a normal Cyclops to higher rank of the Cyclops, like a little bit more strong. And then at some point as well, if you reach the level 4, the heroic age in your settlement. In all of the randomized maps, you have the option of opening a Titan gate. So each one of these civilizations have their own Titan as well, and you can gather all the resources that you need to open that gate. When you kind of unlock the gate, you will be able to place it in the map, but the gate is covered by earth or snow or sand, and you need to send villagers or construction workers there to unearth it. And when this is unearthed, you can see how the Titan is gonna come out from inside, and you're gonna have this crazy powerful being that you're able to send to the enemy territory and attack everywhere. Is very difficult to kill. They can kill it. There is especially some movements that I noticed when I've been fighting, especially the Greeks. When you are fighting the Greeks in the randomized maps, they have heroes like Polyphemus, Atalanta, Hippolyta. They have heroes that they regenerate very fast, and Polyphemus, for example, has a lot of life in his bar and is able to start hitting your Titan, and you will kill it. Yes, you will kill him, but by the time that you are killing him, you still have the other two to kill. Even if you are being attacked by other creatures, or the other units, you can destroy them. The buildings, you can destroy them, but with the hero units, it gets a little bit difficult to think. And as well, what I said, while you are defeating Polyphemus, and then Hippolyta has been recreated and is attacking you, and then you are killing Hippolyta, and then Polyphemus is being recreated again, and it comes to attack you again, and you goes into a loop there. It's very difficult. There are official pages for Age of Mythology that you can find all the info that you need. I may put the links here in the show more description. That is other thing that I forgot to mention, that I mentioned it only a little bit at the beginning. Every single god that you are picking in every single map, campaign, or randomized games, you have these kind of powers, okay? These powers will be on the top of the screen, and it can be healing, it can be awaken the bushes or the trees, so they are kind of sentient, going around the map, fighting whatever they find around. There are, electric storm, there are meteor storm, and there's tornado as well. You can upgrade your settlement to be like a fortress as well. Infinite. There are so many. 100% recommend to play this game. I love it, and I think if you like mythology, you will love it as well. And if you are young and you want to start into playing this type of game, it may awaken in you the need of reading mythology about different parts of the world to learn. That is very interesting as well. I think I'm gonna finish for today. Maybe the video has been a little bit too long already because I've been talking about many things non-stop. But let's sign, okay? This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, you can say it as you want, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the kind of my own experience and my own explanation about Age of Mythology, and feel free to tell me in the comments if you played, or if you are gonna play, or if you would like to play, and let's open conversation. I love it, okay? And thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!